Hallo Freunde, wie geht es dir? Ich heiße Ari Thurger und heute werde ich über die schwarze Sonne sprechen. Hello friends, how are you? I'm Ari Thurger and today I'm going to talk about the black sun, also known as schwarze Sonne or Sonnerand. This isn't a video about the occult and more exoteric explanations around this symbol. This is simply a short video explaining the historical background of this symbol, which is why I know certain people, or rather certain people belonging to specific groups, won't like the content of this video. But you can wave your arms and protest all you want and manifest all that hatred. It won't change the historical truth. I've been getting this question quite often for the past 2 years or so. What's the meaning of the black sun symbol? I've been dreading to answer this question because a lot of people are not going to like it, especially those who believe in the black sun symbol as an ancient pagan symbol. For those interested in the occult, now that's something else entirely. But we often hear that the black sun symbol is an ancient Indo-European symbol or a prehistoric representation of the sun wheel, and that this sun wheel is one of a number of ancient European symbols appropriated by the Nazis. Well, it's not. This specific configuration did not exist before the 20th century. There are many representations of the sun wheel, especially during the Bronze Age, but this configuration of the black sun is not ancient. It's a 20th century invention following certain similarities to ancient sun wheel representations. Because the black sun is a representation of a solar symbol, but historically speaking, this configuration is a creation from the 20th century, and that's it. There were several requests to make a video about the black sun, and I have refused to make it because it touches directly on politics, and I prefer to remain neutral in those terms because I'm trying to teach history and archaeology in a way that helps people to think for themselves and finding the answers to their questions by themselves. I'm not trying to teach facts so you can accept them as the only possible truth. I'm trying to teach you in how to have free thinking, doubt everything, question everything. But if we are going to talk about the black sun symbol, we must look at the historical and archaeological facts. That's exactly why I dread to answer questions like this, because a lot of people prefer to accept a sweet lie rather than facing the harsh truth. And when people simply do not accept facts, they deny them with such fervor that they end up turning against the people who are trying to show them the truth or trying to help them. No one is born with the knowledge of everything, so we are here to learn. Now, whatever you wish to do with the knowledge that is presented to us, it's up to us and us alone. Now, Sonnerand or schwarze Sonne, commonly known as the black sun, is a symbol that gained prominence during the Nazi period of Germany and post-Nazi period in neo-Nazi contexts. The symbol in question has more meaning today than it ever did during Nazi Germany, because we simply do not actually know what this symbol stood for. Occult explanations are something else entirely. Some interpretations are pure rubbish and others are very plausible interpretations. But just because they are plausible doesn't mean they are the truth. The first time this symbol appears in history is in the famous Wewelsburg castle, which is a castle from the early 17th century. However, archaeologically speaking, the black sun symbol appears in the castle during the 20th century, during the 1930s and 1940s renovations and remodulations of the structure of the castle conducted by the Nazis and Heinrich Himmler himself. To be more precise, the symbol appears in the former SS General's Hall, Übergruppen Führerei. This is highly convenient. The symbol is made of 12 radial so-called Sig runes, a Nazi recreation of the S rune Suelo. The SS initials are two S runes. Suelo literally means sun. It's a rune that represents the rays of the sun, light, hope, guidance, goal setting, and success. It's directly connected to the sun wheel symbol as a symbol of power and perseverance. However, this is the meaning of the rune Suelo, and we can't say with certainty that the black sun symbol represents this. No one knows what the symbol represented to the Nazis. You have to take in mind that the black sun clearly has pagan symbols, old ancient symbols of power, but the black sun as a whole isn't a pagan symbol. It's a new symbol created by the Nazis. Sig runes are runes of victory, and this concept of victory was added to the Suelo rune because of the Nazis. Suelo might not have had anything to do with victory, while to the Nazis the Sig runes, which are other runes, was clearly a symbol for victory. So the black sun might have meant to the Nazis a symbol of victory represented 12 times. In occult or cultural magical symbology terms, the number 12 has had a significant meaning for many centuries in various cultures throughout the world. The number 12 has represented many different deities or things. For instance, for many centuries, with the consolidation of Renaissance magical practices and the increasing occult interpretations greatly based on the Kabbalah, the Olympian gods and the Aesir from the Norse mythology have been represented as 12 gods only. It is the most reoccurring common number used in the Bible and also used in our society today to represent everything that is either whole or complete. But I'm not here to talk about the occult aspects of the number 12. That stays for another time. Turning back to the black sun symbol, as I have said, we don't know what the symbol really meant to the Nazis. However, the symbol has historically remained prominent in neo-Nazi occult circles. It's frequently used more generally by neo-Nazi far-right white nationalists. This symbol started to be used by some Satanists as well, which might mean that the black sun symbol in more contemporary times gained an association with the phenomenon of the eclipse, which in mythology has been connected with the upcoming end of the world and or with a drastic change approaching. So, could this symbol to the Nazis be part of the pseudo-cultist activities of the political elite of Nazi Germany period and the SS? It might have had some significance, possibly something connected to Germanic Norse mythology in the accounts of the wolf Fenris or Fenrir, which is said to swallow the sun. His children, being wolves in some accounts, are the ones to devour the sun. And Fenrir, after being released at the beginning of the wolf age, a prelude to Ragnarok, causing the sky to darken and the end of light and the beginning of an age of darkness, aggression and chaos. The black sun might have been a symbol to mark a drastic and terminal change. This symbol is clearly a mixture between Germanic pagan symbols, and whoever created it was also inspired by the symbols of the sun wheel as a symbol of power, just like the swastika itself, a stylized representation of the sun. But we can't say what this symbol truly meant. We can't say that this is an ancient pagan symbol. It has ancient pagan symbols in it, more or less, ancient pagan connotations, and clearly connected to the symbolism of the sun. But the symbol itself, this configuration, wasn't known in pagan times. This is a contemporary creation of the 20th century. But I cannot help to think that this symbol, in artistic terms, might be an inspiration from and has a lot of similarities with the decorative Merovingian discs dating from the early medieval period. The Merovingian dynasty was a very important Frankish dynasty that ruled for over 300 years during the Middle Ages. They had great influence in the ancient Roman territories of Germania and subsequently enlarged their territory to more regions of Germania. A dynasty ruling for more than 3 centuries certainly left a great amount of artistic influence, and certainly influence in religious terms. That is something to think about. Right, my dear friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Short but more or less straight to the point. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next video, and as always, talk real.